Here are 5 lessons that I learned while creating a 6-figure community in just 6 months. But before we dive directly in, I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit back in time and show you how I was a year ago. So I was 18 years old, I was still in college, was making 500 euros a month and had no car. I was sad. A year after starting with Sigvivo, I successfully created the biggest Seiko Mods community in the world. Not just in numbers, but also in experience, because I managed to create Shopify stores with over 50k in revenue per month, Wise accounts with over 20k a month, but also purchasing my first car, will be an S5. So now that you know who we are, we're gonna dive directly in. And the first lesson will be that you don't have to invent anything new. Too many people break their heads while trying to create a business or to create something new or bring something new to the market. But logically, but also statistically seen, most of the successful entrepreneurs out there are just taking already made businesses and improving them. Either you take the wave, either you jump on a trend and while that create a community on that, or you find an already made business or a business idea, you just take it and improve it, like I did with Sigvivo. When I started Sigvivo, I just took my inspiration from another guy on TikTok that was posting content with Seiko Mods. He was building the watches and telling people how to resell them. So me and my business partner then had the idea to kind of copy him, but also being authentic on it, so bringing our own style into it. And with that, I can show you guys that I, with Sigvivo, created a new wave in the reselling scene. Because right here you can see from my traffic source on TikTok, 93% of the 5 million views that I had are just out of the search engine. It means that 93% of those people search for Seiko Mods or for the reselling method. Going back, how do I manage to do that? I didn't invent anything new. I just found a business idea that was already made and just improved it by adding authenticity but also inspiration from others. The second one will be to stay on it. Many people think that starting a business is quick. They're gonna start posting, they're gonna start creating community, and after 1 month or 2 weeks they will be successful and have it all together. But the reality of it is kind of different. Why? Because right here I can show you guys that Sigvivo at the beginning was also not that good. I started with 9 different TikTok accounts for Sigvivo. Out of those 9, only 1 was successful. In the beginning you can also see that the views are very low. Still, I understood that it's not an overnight success. It needs time and effort, but also stamina, because 3 or 4 months later I could create those kind of numbers and have videos blew up. For example, this one with 1.4 million views, and I can tell you guys this brought me a very nice number of revenue. So you need to understand that it takes time. You need to have stamina and do not give up. Yes, business life is a bit difficult. In social media you only see the best side of it. You see the lifestyle, you see the champagne bottles, you see the cars, you only see the good side and not the bad side. But the bad side will be maybe for that one entrepreneur that got his Lamborghini, that he worked his ass off just to get this car. And what do I mean by working his ass off? That he was not going out for a year but only working at his own home. By that, sacrificing his friendship, maybe his girlfriend, but also family time. The third one will be to interact with the community. What I've learned throughout creating my own community on TikTok, but also Instagram, people need to engage with it, but also need some value out of it. So after creating my TikTok account and blowing up with my first video, I understood that somehow I need to provide some value. So after that, I created a Telegram community where people could get a free tutorial on how to start reselling, but they also could get the connection of my private supplier where they could buy the parts of the watches so they can resell them. After that, some months forward, I created the biggest Seiko Mods community on Instagram, TikTok, but also Telegram. And with that, as a result, I have now my own private Discord where I teach people by just creating a brand on Shopify and growing it with social media. So back to what I said, you need to engage with it. You need to listen to your community, but also see that you can provide any type of value that you think is right for them. You have to think about it in the long run. Building communities is nothing for the short term. It's no fast money. While that you're building yourself a fundament on where you can earn millions of dollars just by using it with the right tools. That means engaging with your community also means to be active on Instagram. Post, comment on other people's posts, but also repost specific type of content that relates with your own content. If you're selling watches, for example, post or comment on other watches watch pages. It does not need to be your own niche, for example psychomods, but it can be general watch pages. So people or watch lovers can get attached to your own style or to your own content by seeing comments or reposts from other people's posts. The fourth one will be to choose your own identity. What I understood with SickVivo, but also in the beginning, it was important for me to fit a specific type of vibe, style, but also mind. The fourth one will be to choose your own identity. When I started SickVivo, I understood pretty fast that I needed to create my own vibe, style, but also mindset. Why? Because I want to attract specific type of people, so I need to become a specific type of person or community. That means that with those three combined, you will have like-minded individuals that you can attract to your community. For example, SickVivo is based on flexing money, lifestyle, cars, but also the product of it will be the Seiko mods. For your community, it can be something totally different, but you have to stay to the principles and have a specific type of content, style, vibe, but also mindset, so you can attract a specific type of people that you want to attract with your community. So then you can use it right and make money out of it. And the last one will be to provide value. I also talked about it in the third lesson, but providing value, it's not only about creating Telegram channels or Discord channels. It's about posting, it's about building trust, reliability, but also giving your community something. That means that too many people, when starting a business or a community, they think about the money. They think about how fast they want to make money. They think about how many sales they can get through that. But if you think that way, it will not last long, because then you will not put the time and effort and really wanting to help people and putting value out. So just a quick tip from me, think about it in the long run. Try to build trust with your customers or clients. Try to post regularly, stay consistent on it, but also help people get an advantage out of you, get value out of you, so they can also make money. The more people you help, the better your community is gonna get, the bigger it's gonna get, but also the more like-minded individuals it's gonna attract to the time. I hope you guys could get some value out of this video. It was a very quick one, but those are 5 lessons that I learned through creating this community, but also making 6 figures in just 6 months. So I hope you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.